Hi everybody, Tina here with Loving Life's Little Blessings. And you guessed it, another Project Life Storage edition. Okay, so I know you guys are probably so tired of these videos with my Project Life Storage, but I really have been on the search for something that would work. So my problem was I couldn't find anything deep enough to hold the cards and still allow me to have a divider inside. So as most of you know, I organize my cards by color. So I just break them up into color. A question that I have gotten as I've done this process and shared with you guys is, do I split the kits, when I split the kits apart, do I then organize them by color within the kits? Meaning, like, do I take apart all of the midnight cards that are yellow and then take apart all the yellow cards like in the craft kit and then match those yellows up together if they're slightly different? So my answer to that is no. What I do is I keep all my filler cards up front. So you can see here's my yellow. And all these first few cards in the beginning are filler cards. And then I keep my journaling cards in the back. Oh, you hear Andrew crying. Sorry, guys. So what I do is I just then keep the kits together. Like all of my midnight kit filler cards are together. This is the little chunk of cherry I have. So then if I just purchased a little tiny chunk of cherry core kit, and I was able to just fit those right in with the yellow cherry cards. So is it like absolutely perfect when you look at this? Like, is it like darkest yellow to lightest yellow and they're all perfect? No. And then even some of my green ones, I have some that are this cobalt green that are kind of, you know, they're not as bright as, say, the honey colored cards, but I just basically put them in here by color because that's how I do my layouts. So when I'm doing a layout, I know I need a red card or a blue card or I need a black card, whatever it is, so I can just go right to that section. So I found these containers at Staples and they are perfect. So you see I have 2 pink ones and 2 white ones. I wanted just clear white ones. I didn't really want pink ones, but they didn't have enough in stock, so then I just chose pink as the next color. And they are, I have... Let's see if I can pick this up with one hand. It's heavy. So you can see I have 4x6 cards in here. And this fits all the 4x6 cards. I have them broke up into color. So they go RG with my neutrals up front. Then I have miscellaneous cards, and those are cards that have like honeycomb on them or writing on them that they don't necessarily fit into any category. Then I have my baby core kit. What I have left of him, I had the baby for him core kit. And then I have my childhood kits in the back. And I left those, I didn't color coordinate those because they're so specific. So I know if I need a childhood card, I don't want to be, I'm going to think about that in my mind as I need a childhood card, not I need a red card or blue card or whatever. Then at the very front, I have first and last page cards, and I love those. I just use them in my album all over the place. So this is perfect, and it still has a little bit of room. They're not smushed in there. So then next on this side, I have a few full kits. Okay, so let me just explain this one. So this is my 5th and Frolic. This is my Vintage Travel kit, and this is a kit and a half. So it's one full kit and then half of a kit. And that's what I ended up with. I purchased half of it, and then when they had like 60% off Project Life, I got a full kit because I loved it. And then back here I just have solid colors. I have some solid colors from Clementine, Cobalt, and Amber. And I have the 3x4 and the 4x6. And then I just have a couple of these. And these I just got at Target. So eventually I probably will bust these up and put them in where they belong with the colors. I just didn't have time when I did this. I moved this stuff from another section of my Project Life stuff, and I just wanted to get them in there. So that fits that. And I will, I'm in search of the Heritage kit, so I'll just leave that in this one down here. And I just do that because when they're new to me, honestly, the Vintage Travel will probably get broken up eventually when I'm not using it much. And then same thing with Fifth and Frolic. They're just real new to me right now, so I'm using them more. And then really probably my Heritage kit will just get broke right up into the cream color and the lighter color. That's really why I want it the most, is because of the color scheme. So these are just the 3x4 cards broke up into color. And then this is the only one. You can fit 2 rows of 3x4 cards, and I just have dividers. And then over here I have day cards. Okay, so this, let me start with the back. These back here are miscellaneous. So they're like the ones that have writing on them. They have the, see, there's those that have writing. They don't really necessarily fit into a category. I have a ton of those. These from the Cobalt. I have like stars. Those don't really fit anywhere. These honeycombs. So I just have a whole section that's just miscellaneous cards. Then I have day cards. So these are all cards. The next section is cards that have the days of the week on them. This was from Cobalt. Then I have some that were here from Blush, and they have Monday through Sunday on them. Then I have like Love This, Love This Story. Here's some from the Turquoise kit that had, you know, days or... So I use those quite a bit. Then the next section is lined cards. So this is just like miscellaneous lined or grid cards that don't necessarily have anything to do with anything. Then I have homemade cards. So if I've made cards, I have those. Then I have at the very front, I don't print very many cards. Like, I don't find printables and print them very often, but I do have a few, and so I have those up front. And I even see that I'm missing a few. Oh, right here. Like, I was in search of some Valentine ones, and I printed those off. This was from Becky Higgins' Home Edition collection I printed off. So I just leave those up front. And then I have plenty of room to grow. So that's my new Project Life storage. I think I finally found something that works, that fits, and I'll probably maybe move that another time. Like, I'll probably move it somewhere else. I don't necessarily like that it's right there, but I just don't have a lot of other options in my room. So for right now, that's working. So I found those at Staples. They're the 5L. And they're actually called shoebox. When you get them, there's a picture at the very bottom of a pair of shoes, because you would use these, I guess, the idea is to put shoes in them. But they fit perfect. My dividers are cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So, and they kind of lean a little bit, but I can get the lid on perfectly and it doesn't bother my dividers at all. So I'm thrilled. I love this. And then I can just, when I'm Project Lifing, when I'm doing my Project Life album, Project Lifing, you know, scrapbooking, I can just grab these containers and they're perfect. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for coming by. I don't think you'll see another video from me about Project Life storage. Hopefully this is it. And thanks so much. If you have any questions, just let me know.